Hi, so welcome to today's video. In this video, we're just gonna finish Modern Getaway. So yeah, here we're just gonna do a little bit of the furnishing. I don't know why I said a little bit, because we're actually gonna finish the furnishing, and we're also going to finish the landscaping. And I guess with all that said, we're also going to finish the entire build. So this is part 2. If you want to see part 1, I'll have it like linked somewhere around, maybe in a card or something. You can probably also look in the description box for the link to part 1. Wait, can you click on cards in mobile? I don't think you can. Well, maybe you can. I'm not sure. I haven't really tested that out. Anyways, so yeah, we're just going to talk through this. Hopefully my voice can hold through this entire video. It's 26 minutes, maybe 27 minutes. And yeah, we're gonna hope that my voice is okay, because I do feel like I'm getting slightly sick. But I don't know, it's just been weird. Like, it hasn't really hit like a peak yet, because I've been kind of feeling groggy for like the past 2 days or something. I thought I was gonna like lose my voice like yesterday, but I seem to be fine today. It's just like I can feel like a pit in my stomach. I have a sore throat a tiny bit, and I don't know. It's just been a weird, like, in limbo kind of state. And I actually got sick really badly during, like, around Christmas time, like last year. So it was like a couple months ago, and that completely like knocked me out. I'm pretty good like with my sickness and stuff. I used to say I have like an immune system of steel, but since that sickness happened, it like was really bad. I just wanted to stay in bed for like the entire week. I was kind of just feeling so bad for almost like 2 weeks, which is really not great, because usually I'm able to like recover in like 3 or 4 days, but that one was really bad. Anyways, I'm just a little bit scarred, and I don't hope that I don't get sick again, but I seem to be fine right now. We'll see. Anyways, here is the build. Also, I do want to say something about the previous build. What is it? Cozy Cabin or something? If you've seen that video and you've looked in the description box and you've tried to download it, but it's perpetually said something like the build link is going to come eventually. I've finally put it up. It's been a really long time. So yeah, you can go on that video, which I'll also have linked, and you can actually download it finally. I have a problem with it, because I always want to upload the build after I do the video, but then I don't know, I always just forget to put it up. So it's usually just says in the description bar like coming soon. And I always forget to put the download link, but you could download that build. And with that said, I am going to try to put this build up. I won't make any promises, so it's not up right now, but it'll probably come up eventually. So there's that. Anyways, so I did talk through the dining room, and now we're going on to the big, huge sort of family room, living room. And yeah, I specifically sort of designed the house to have this particular room. It was kind of all about this room, how 3 of the sides would almost have like floor to ceiling windows, and it'd just be so nice. If you imagine, you lived on a very scenic property. The problem with like Sims 4 is that we get like very limited properties. Not limited properties, but like in the Sims, was it Sims 3? We got to like create a world. We got to do like a ton of cool things. We got to choose where our lots were. And something about Sims 4 is that like, it's kind of pre-selected for you. So you can't really get the perfect lot that you want. So just kind of use your imagination. Imagine this is on a very like a hilltop or something, or on top of a lot of rocks, overlooking, I don't know, like an ocean or a sea or something like that. So that's kind of what I imagined it to be. And yeah, so it's a really expansive living room. We are doing like a little bit of mismatching couches, so I thought that was kind of fun. We're using a couple of like couches from Jungle Adventure. I don't know if those are base game couches, but that kind of leather tufted one. I really like that couch. The only thing though is that it's weird that there's wood behind it. I don't know. Couches for me, I don't know. There's a couple of like item categories that I feel like aren't extensive enough, I would say. So like couches are a big one. I can never find a couch that I like. Rugs are a big one too, and as you can see here, I'm definitely struggling with rugs. Rugs are so hard also because they're very dependent upon the size of the space. So if your space is like rectangular or something, you kind of have to find a rectangular rug. If your space is square, you kind of have to find a square rug. And a lot of times you'll find like a pattern that you like that's for like a square shape room, but then basically it just doesn't fit. So I wish like we had a really cool, one of the tools that I think that would be so cool, but we're probably never gonna get, is like a push and pull tool. So something like if you have a rug and you really like the pattern of it, it'd be cool to like push and pull like the dimensions of it so it becomes the perfect dimension. That'd be really cool. I also wish that for doors, because a lot of times if you have a 2-tile, if you allocate a space for like a 2-tile wide door and then the only doors that you like are like 3 tiles, that completely sucks. Or vice versa. Same thing with the windows. And a lot of times it's hard, you can't get exactly what you want. And that's the difference between real world, difference between The Sims. It's all predetermined content and you can't like customize anything to your specific liking, but we do what we can with The Sims. Anyways, so this is the portion that I said in my last video that we are going to reconfigure. So as you can see, we're redoing a lot of the walls, and yeah, so this particular side of the house actually though has a ton of doors and I'm not really particularly happy with it. So you can see the front door, then there's a little tiny door and that's to the bathroom, and then the other big door that's to the master bedroom. And I was like, wow, that's 3 doors right next to each other. And if you think about it, right next to the stairs there's also a closet, so there's like another set of doors. It's like this tiny little corridor with like 4 doors, and it's a little bit stupid looking. It's a little bit much, so we kind of had to reconfigure it to be a little bit better. It's not perfect still. It still has 4 doors in that little tiny area, which isn't the best, but what can you do? So this is the master suite. We have a nice ensuite bathroom, and then we are doing something a little bit interesting with the bedroom. I've done this before, that I've put those like marble credenza kind of things behind the bed, but I've never done, you'll see it later, but we add in like a structural, it's not a structural support, it's more of a decorational support. So yeah, we're putting 2 mirrors on the side. It's almost a very like glam type of room. It feels very, I don't know, all I can think is grand and glam. Hear the difference between the two. So yeah, we're putting a little bit of a wall, what are these things called, like a wall divider on the base of the bed, so it almost acts kind of like a headboard. And I think it's kind of weird but also kind of cool that it's like in the middle of the room and then the little marble countertop things are behind, and I think it looks cool. I was trying to do something different. Bedrooms, I always find it fall into the trap of making them very similar, so anything to try to make it look different. So with the style of this, I guess, build, it's almost trying to be a little bit minimalistic. So you can see we're in this specific bedroom, we're not using too many decorations. And so right here, all I'm adding really is a plant. And then on top of that council table, we're just adding that little like music player thing. I don't even know what that's called. And then we're just adding 2 chairs. There's really not much. There's not a ton of decoration. We're not really going too much into the decoration category thing. So yeah, we're mostly, anytime we're ever going into the decorations, it's like you know, for the necessities, like, you know, if you have a toilet, you want to have the toilet roll, or like paintings or plants, but I'm trying to keep it a little bit minimalistic with the decorations. So yeah. And here's the master bathroom. We are also, by the way, skipping a lot of the bathrooms because they're not that interesting, but I did keep in the master bathroom just because it's a little bit, you know, different than all the other ones. And yeah, so the thing about this bathroom though is that there's actually no shower. So it's not like a full set. You don't have like the 4 different kind of items like a shower, a tub, a sink, and a toilet. So this one omits the shower and opts for the bathtub. And we do have double sinks though, so that's really nice. As you saw just now, we also did put in a half wall and put the bathroom, or not the bathroom, the toilet behind, because obviously that entire wall is filled with windows, and obviously you don't really want people walking around on the deck and seeing that you're on the toilet. So we did put the toilet behind the half wall. And yeah, we're just decorating a teensy bit. We're just putting a little bit of robes on the walls, and then, I don't know, we just added a stool next to the bathtub. And yeah, so here's the upstairs. We actually managed to get 3 bedrooms upstairs, but the problem is one of the bedrooms is significantly smaller than the others. So yeah, and also if you look at it, not only is it smaller, but also is like not the best because it doesn't really have big windows. Their windows are either the like half wall windows, or they're like the quarter wall windows that are really, really high up. So it's not the best bedroom, it's the smallest, but the thing that it does have going for it is it's the only bedroom in the entire house that has a specifically like designated closet. So yeah, actually all the other bedrooms don't really have a closet. They either have a wardrobe, or actually, come to think of it, the master bedroom actually doesn't have anything to do with like wardrobe. There's no dresser, there's not really anything. But to be honest, you don't really need a dresser or anything in your game, because I'm pretty sure, can't you just like click on your sim and then change outfit? Or you can just like go to the mirror. Yeah, so wardrobes really aren't necessary. They're just kind of there, I guess, for some purpose. So yeah, anyways, we are, like I said, keeping the decoration minimum, so there's not a whole bunch of stuff in it. This bedroom actually looks very bare in the end, and I don't even know if we have any screenshots of this bedroom. If we do, it's like 1 screenshot and that's it. Because Initially, I thought that this would be like a vacation home, so there wouldn't be too much like decoration in each of the bedrooms because they're just kind of there for generic purposes. But we did start to add in a little bit of more styling with the other bedrooms. So this is kind of like the first one, and you know things about like progress. The first one always is like the crappy one, so this one's not the best in decorations. The next one does become a little bit more tailored to a specific kind of style, and then the last one, not only was it like the last one, so I wanted to make it a little bit cooler, but because it was the smallest one, I did want to make it cooler because it's small, you want to add some interesting components to it. So yeah, so this is the second one. This one obviously right now is very bare, so I was going with the bare sort of theme, but then I put down this rug that had like a nice light pink sort of color, and then I added this plant that also had a little bit of pink in it. And then I thought that maybe it's just a little bit of a pink room. So there's a touch of like pink here and there. It's in quotation stereotypically girly. You don't have to have a girl to stay in here or whatever, but I don't know. I just kind of liked it. It was nice and very bright and light, very light pink and very serene. It does feel very serene, this bedroom, and it's actually a really large room as well, which is kind of nice. I did manage to get a desk in, a wardrobe, a mirror, you have a nice double bed. It's a very nice room to live in. So yeah, but I didn't want to make it too crazy or anything, so there's really nothing on the desk. Now this particular bedroom, this is when I realized like, wow, this is really small. I have to do something to like jazz it up a little bit, so we're using like, I don't know, the cool triangular bedside table. And yeah, also something about bedside tables, they're all so big, but I do always tend to use this particular bedside table because it's the only one I think that's actually decently proportioned. Like, it's the only one that reasonably would like be okay next to a bed. So I do tend to use that a lot, even though it's very like catered to a specific style. You know, you can't always put it in every single type of home. It's very like modern and angular almost. And yeah, so here's this bedroom. You can see it's small. It does have like not that many windows, but we're trying to do something a little bit cool with it. Also, so in the screenshots, you'll see I did cut away the ceilings, so they kind of follow the ceilings of the roof. Now, with that said, since the walls don't go all the way up to the roof, technically, you can't really see it when you're playing the game, but technically all the rooms are kind of open in a way because the ceilings are cut away. Hopefully that makes sense. You'll see it a little bit in screenshots. I did try to, also because the ceilings are open, you can see the roof. And the roofs don't really have aren't really great with lighting, so it does look like it's outdoor lighting. So it does look a little bit weird in some screenshots, but just don't mind that. Anyways, so we're finally going on to the last level, and this is the basement. So initially I wanted it to be 2 bedrooms, but then we already created all the other bedrooms. I already had 4. I didn't want to make this a 6-bedroom house because I thought that was a little bit of overkill. So what we end up doing is doing a typical basement. You know, the basement that you hang out with your friends in or something like that. So it's very just chill space. We do have an entertainment center, and then we do have like a little computer lavish type of area. So yeah, this is supposed to be like the cozier family room. It's not so nice and guest friendly, I guess. Well, guest friendly in a way of like if you're inviting guests and you want to showcase your house or something. So this is the more casual space, and yeah, just more cozy. Like the other formal living room has a grand piano in it, and this one definitely more casual. So yeah, and then so like I said in I think the last video, there's actually no entrance from the house to this specific part of this house. So you do have to go outside to either the front staircase or the back staircase to get into this certain section. Not the most ideal, but it's the only way I could do it. So unfortunately there's that. If you do have seasons, it won't be the best, because if you have to do laundry, you would have to go outside to do your laundry. And yeah, I mean, you have to go outside then back inside to do your laundry. And if you can imagine, if it's like raining and you're like getting your laundry from the dryer or something and bringing it back to your room, this is all not how Sims works, but if you imagine, like, all your clothes are gonna get wet if it's raining outside, which is, not the best, but whatever. And yeah, so this is the second half of the, I guess, recreational room, and it's just where the computer is. You have a lot of activities. So you have a keyboard, you have a painting easel, you have a bookcase, just a more casual space. So, oh yeah, I did realize this is the only space that actually has the computer. So again, you will have to go all the way down to the basement if you want to use a computer. But Sims don't care. It's really whatever. So I thought that was fine. And yeah, so the 2 other rooms, one of the rooms is going to be a bathroom, because I didn't want, your Sim have to walk up a whole floor to go to the bathroom. And then the other room is the laundry room. So we're going to skip past the bathroom. Like I said, we're not going to do bathrooms because they're boring. So the only other room we're going to do is that 2x2 room, and that's going to be the laundry, which we're doing here, and I'm taking forever to find it because I don't know where laundry is in the catalog. And yeah, it's a really simple laundry room. There's just washer and dryer on top of each other, and then a couple of shelving, but we don't really have that many like things that go on shelves, so I just kept them bare, and then we just put laundry basket, that kind of stuff. Really simple, nothing too crazy. And yeah, here we're just furnishing the entrance area. I thought this was kind of cool. It's like a little mud room. It's just a place to put on, all your muddy clothes and your jackets and stuff. I thought it was a nice little touch to the house because it's very resemblant in a lot of homes. You have that specific area for all of your, things, outdoor things. And yeah, just doing a little bit of decoration around, but that is really like, I think this is the end. I don't know if there's anything else to the house. I do know that we do the landscaping. So when we go to the landscaping, which I guess is now, it does actually look very similar to the front. It's just obviously like a mirrored effect because the slope is on the left side now instead of the right side. Anyways, we're just filling that little whole section with plants, and I think this looks really cool. I like it. I love the plants in Jungle Adventure. One of the big reasons I actually got Jungle Adventure was for the plants. I didn't really care too much about the game aspect, but the plants is really what sold me. They are very specific to Jungle Adventure though, which is the problem, but I think they just absolutely look so beautiful. They're very lush and green, very colorful, very vibrant. So yeah, Jungle Adventure's plants won me over. I love them. I'm super excited. And yeah, I'm really interested too in like what the next pack is gonna be. So we just got Strangerville, and I feel like before Strangerville there was this weird sort of lull area that like nobody knew what was going on with the Sims. A lot of people were kind of confused because we hadn't gotten pack for a while, and now that we got Strangerville, everyone's sort of contemplating like what's next, and I am super eager to find out what's next. I want to know what the next pack is because I feel like it could be something really big. I don't know if it actually might be a stuff pack, but I'm hoping that it's like something really cool, because if I must be completely honest, I wasn't too impressed with Strangerville. Not that it was bad, but it's not really specifically my gameplay style. So yeah, a big, huge thing of why I buy Sims packs is for the content in the packs. Wow, that was a terrible description. Everybody buys for the content in the pack. What I was trying to say is for the builds and buy items in the pack. That's basically how I base my decisions off of if I want a pack, is if I like the items that you get in the build and buy sort of category. So like I said, I got Jungle Adventure mostly because of the plants. So with Sims for Strange, did I even say it right the first time? Is it Strangeville or Strangerville? I have no idea, and I'm probably not gonna figure it out for like years. But anyways, that pack wasn't really specifically my sort of style of build and buy items, so I'm gonna maybe skip that one. But yeah, I'm just really excited for the next pack. I want to see what are the new stuff that we get, which will be super cool. Anyways, here we are continuing to do landscaping and adding a bunch of columns. I love these columns. There's something about this house that I actually really like. I loved the exterior sort of columns. I think it looks so cool. I love it. I would live in this house. I would live in all my houses. I just think it's really awesome. And now we're just adjusting the roofs because a lot of the roofs were a little bit, either the eaves were too short or too long, and yeah. So the last part is the fireplace area. Now the fireplace took me so long that we're actually going to skip past it. So now we go to screenshots. And yeah, so if you've seen the previous part, these screenshots will look very similar. I didn't do too much with the entrance to the house, but here we have the back of the house with a little bit more of decoration. I, for some reason, also really like that external staircase. Something about it looks cool. I think it looks cool. It goes with the house really well. You have the nice plants that sort of blend into the terrain. Oh, it looks so good, I think. Is that bad to say about my like own build, that it looks good? I mean, hey, I'm proud of it. You should always be proud of the work that you do. So yeah. And so we're actually gonna go start from like the basement, because I really wasn't sure if I wanted to do the tour of the main level of the house or the basement, but we're gonna go here first. So here you can just see nice casual space, recreational space, activities, you know, your usual stuff, just for fun. And then now we're going on to the upstairs. So this is the foyer area. As you saw, there was like a whole bunch of doors in that one section of the house. Here we have the kitchen, and I like the kitchen. The kitchen's a great part of the house too. I think it's so cozy, but also like something about it seems cool. We have the dining room, which is nice. Yeah, and I like how the dining room and kitchen are like kind of together in one room. They're not really segmented or anything. We have the living room, and as you kind of saw, you can kind of see that the roof area. Something about Sims 4, I really wish that they can do something about roofs and ceilings. But make both of them, or update both of them, so you can change the color of the ceilings and you can add like styles to the ceiling. I would love if, you know, they had wooden beams like on the ceiling. I think that'd be so cool. Or if you can color the ceilings, and also update the lighting of roofs. So when you cut away the ceilings, and you can see the roof from the interior, like it looks like it's outdoor lighting. It'd be so much cooler if it looked like it was indoor lighting. And yeah, so here we are finishing off with the floor plans, and yeah, so pretty good. 2 parts done and dusted. Stay tuned for the next video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.